What's going on, everybody? It's Rock from Flip the Thrift. Welcome into my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smash that thumbs up button like that. Yep, looks like that. Hit the notification bell to get notified when I post another video. I'm going to show you 10 items that sold on eBay this weekend. So let's get started. Alright, so we did pretty good this weekend. I got the microphone set up. I have a Scarlett Solo. It's like a mixer, whatever you want to call it. I have to have that in order to record because my camera sucks. It doesn't, the sound quality is terrible. So I have to have like a really good microphone. It's an Audio Technica. It's not a super, expensive. They're like $100. So it's kind of like borderline, pretty good microphone. But anyway, I try to go out of my way to get the things that I need, like my lights and, just things that are more important. I got this lighting kit for this room so that way I could list from home. So we're going to flip over. Actually, we're going to go over to the computer and we're going to start recording over there. And I'm going to show you 10 items that I sold this weekend, maybe a couple more. Okay guys, so I got my microphone right here, just making sure that it's going to be loud enough. I've been back and forth. I don't know if I just don't have my mixer set right, but it just doesn't seem loud. But big ups to, his name is Scoby Tech. He showed me how to set it to mono because I had it set to stereo, and obviously it's not going to come out of both speakers, both ears, whatever, if you're wearing headphones, whatever the case is. But we're going to get started right with the what sold video. All right, so we have the Lego Nexo Knights. I think I picked this up at a thrift store for a couple bucks, probably somewhere between $3 and $5. Like I said, it's a good idea to know these things, to know exactly what you guys are spending. So this sold for, I think, $35. I took an offer for $35 and I moved it. Not bad. Lego sets can be very valuable. All right, so this is something that I like to, this is an area that I like to venture into, that I've been doing since the very beginning. I like to wear nice clothes, and I'm kind of fascinated by dress clothes and things of this nature. Like something like this is just something that just really pulls me in when I see it, and I go, wow, I know I'm going to get $100 for that. And as soon as I picked it up, it's a Hartschaffner Marks. It is a vintage one, but it was in just perfect condition. I know I'm going to get really good, knock on wood, really good reviews on this because it was just in really good condition. A lot of this older wool stuff, like the older wool items, especially tweed, is going to hold up for a really long time, for years. So whenever I see it, I always pick it up. And as you can see, I use the background, the whiting background. It just had a really nice canvas inside, and Hartschaffner Marks is a really good brand. They still make really high-end suits. I'm not really sure where they're from, like maybe like New York or something like that. I don't know. I don't know the history. It would be something that I think I would have to look up. Like I don't know any of the histories, like Brooks Brothers, things like that. I just don't know I don't know a ton of their background. I know that most of their items sell very well, but this was something that was sitting for a decent amount of time, probably like a year or two. This is a Majestic, excuse me. Sorry guys. So this is a Majestic, just like a baby baseball outfit, just something that I picked up. It wasn't new, but I believe I got like $18 for that after taxes. So I got a decent amount. I may have took an offer for 15, but I think that this sold. This was probably just a fan that was willing to say, you know what, this is a hard item to find. I'm just going to spend the $18 on it and grab it up. It didn't have any stains or anything on it. It was, as you can see, it was a little worn, but, whatever. It sold. Probably something that I got at the bins or something. All right, so this is a vintage row handmade butter bowl. A lot of times these will come in, they'll come in like in pairs, like the butter dish and, you know, the snack bowl or whatever the case is. Whatever. What else would come with a butter bowl? Like just other bowls that go with this bowl. It had like a leaf design, really nice, kind of like, I guess you could call it like clay or whatever. But it did have a, excuse me, it did have a nick. Make sure you guys are putting like any type of flaws that an item will have. Make sure you guys are putting that in your title and your description, you know, somewhere in your listing to let the customer know that it does have an issue. But, you know, it is what it is. I think this sold for $20, and I think this came out of a box lot. I love box lots because I get items really, really cheap. A lot of times I'll leave there with like a truckload for $30, sometimes 15 or 20. It just depends on their mood, if they're in a good mood, if they're just, you know, it all depends on the person. So, but I usually get a pretty good deal from Jimbo. Jim is the guy that I go to that always does the box lots out here. So, and thumbs up, Jim, if you're watching this video. I don't know if he watches the videos, but his son might. So, what's up, son? All right, so this was something that I got out of the rag bags. It was in really good condition. Actually, I think I might have got this in the thrift store. I don't remember. This is the Comic Con. Anything related to Comic Con or comics or anything like that usually does very well. This was a baseball. At first, I thought it was a Henley, but a Henley is when there's the 3 buttons right here. Like a shirt that I just photographed today was an LL Bean, vintage LL Bean, like a really old one. But this one is San Diego 50th Comic Con, and I got a decent amount for this, actually. I think I got like maybe like $25 for that, something like that, somewhere along that line. I waited for the right buyer for this, and it sold pretty fast. It did sell really fast, but it's, as you can see just by looking at it, it's just in really good condition. Come on, load the picture. You can see that it doesn't even look like it was worn. It's just in really good shape. So I don't really do new without tags very often unless I know an item for certain, or if it smells new, if it looks perfectly new, then I'll do new without tags. But majority of the time I just do like excellent condition, great condition. That way I would rather have the customer I would rather have their expectations higher and instead of lower. Instead of them getting an item that they think is new, and then when they get it, it's not perfect for them. You know what I mean? Because a new item is basically a practically perfect item. So, you know, I try not to do that. I'd rather, you know, it's like they say, like it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. It's somewhere along that line of that, you know, of that terminology or whatever. All right, it probably has nothing to do with that. I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. Don't listen to me. I'm tired. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so these are magazines. A lot of times if you dumpster dive and you're looking for like boxes and things like that, especially like the dollar store, they'll throw things away. Like a lot of times they'll throw boxes of books that are outdated, that they just can't keep on their shelf no more, and they'll just throw them out. And that's when I come along and I'll see a big box of books and I'll just grab the whole box. And a lot of times there could be like Beatles, there could be, there'll be like Michael Jackson. There'll just be something that's intriguing that people want to buy. And this book basically sold because Easter is coming. So that's the main reason why this book sold. And this book sold for almost $14, $13.50. It shipped medium mail, so I think it shipped for like $5. So I basically made, you know, $6 or $7 after fees and eBay and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, not too bad for a free book. It didn't take too long to wrap it, so it wasn't like painstakingly, you know, to wrap this book. They're pretty simple. I just put some cardboard around them and ship them out. Now, Marilyn sold. Now, this didn't come with it, the stand that she's hanging from. I just kind of like just hung her from it. This is from 97. It would have been a little bit better if I would have. The estate of Marilyn Monroe, all rights reserved, blah, blah, blah. It probably would have been a better idea. And this is a Hallmark ornament. So And that sold probably for like $15. That was another part of a box lot. This was actually a fill a bag for $1. So I paid like penny. I have pennies on this. Not too bad. And then this was something else that I grabbed out of a box lot. I may have got it in a thrift store, but I don't think so. I don't remember. I know I didn't pay a lot for this. You know, it was only a couple dollars. This sold for close to $30. I think it sold on an offer, sold on something like that. But it didn't sell for $31. It sold for a little bit under that, somewhere between like $25 and $27. So this is just like a vintage Viewmaster slash, you know, whatever. Made in Czechoslovakia. It had a bunch of slides with it. What I try to do when I get things like this is I try to do stuff like this. Yeah. See, I try to do this. I try to take pictures, especially with the other slides, the Viewmasters. I try to zoom in as far as possible so they can see what's on the slides. You only get 12 pictures, which I think that eBay really needs to work with that. Even with Poshmark, I think you get more than that. There's other like Facebook, you get like 24 pictures. Like I just really think that 12 pictures for some items is not enough. I think because of the categories that they just figure that, you know, for the most part, 12 pictures is enough. So they're not going to raise it, I guess. Maybe sometime in the future, things always change, you know. That's the way it is. All right, so this has been sitting in a bin for God knows how long. I only took 4 pictures of it. Large, it's got a little bit of hair around it, you know, blah, blah, blah. At least I whited the background out. I don't know if I used the eBay app. You can tell because you can see gray under the underarms, under the pits. But not too bad. Like, that's another thing to eBay. You got to work on that, guys. You really need to work on it. But, you know, it is what it is. This is back when I was using this. I think this was Sizely. I was using Sizely. The only problem with Sizely is that there's too many steps because you have to measure the item. You got to write it down. Then I got to sit down. I got to open the book, you know, put the measurements into Sizely. You know, it's really cool. Like, it looks good, but I'd rather just use tape. The only good thing about this is if you need to save pictures. Like if I'm doing a suit, these are ideal for a suit because I can use 2 pictures in Sizely for my suit. I can do the jacket and I can do the pants with just 2 pictures, as opposed to doing it with measuring tape. It takes 5, 6, it takes at least 7 pictures because there's 5 measurements on the jacket and there's 2 crucial measurements on slacks, which is obviously the waist and the inseam. A lot of people want to know the outseam as well, which is the hip down to the cuff. So, you know, it just depends on the person. Now this was something that we pulled out on Sunday. Pulled this out of a box lot at the flea market. It didn't sell for as much as I thought it was going to sell for. It only sold for $13, but $13, I think I paid $1 for it at the most. I think it was one of those ones where I think I paid $5 or $10 for everything that I got. So literally pennies in this too. And it sold right away. So, I mean, that's a good thing. And I used my soda can. Yeah, see? I used my soda can. It did come in handy. Well, it wasn't a beer, so, you know. I don't drink anymore, guys. I quit drinking probably over 5 years ago. 6, 7? I don't even know. It's been a long time. I had my fun back in the day. I grew up a little bit, you know. It's time to get it right. Some people are functioning. They can do it. I never could. I always thought I could, but I never really could. All right, so off of that subject, I think these are made in USA too. No, these are made in Bangladesh. All right, so these are Sportsmen. These were blank hats, and I bought all of them. I believe there was 3 black, there was 3 brown, I think, maybe brown. I know there was green. There was black, green. I don't think there was white. I'm pretty sure there was 3 different colors. They might have been navy blue too, and I think they might have sold. No, I think the white ones and the green ones are the ones that been selling. Maybe, I don't know. I think I got like 9 hats, and I just bought all of them because I think they were cheap. I think they were like $3 a piece, like $3 or $4. And I knew I was going to get a decent amount for them. So these are selling basically for $25. Every time they sell, I make $25. So that's why I love hats. They're easy to ship. It's just easy. And it's good money. They're good money. When they sell, and these were new. So, you know, I had to jump on them. Anytime I see hats when they're new, you know, it doesn't even matter what's on them sometimes. I mean, a lot of times if you pick hats up and they're just irrelevant, like the context or content or context of what's on the hat is just doesn't really matter, then they're gonna sit and they're probably most likely never gonna sell. I have a lot of hats like that. I probably really need to do some inventory and go through my hats. I did that with my ties. I just got tired of ties sitting because not all ties are created equal. Men don't want to buy cheap ties. You can go to Walmart and buy a really nice silk tie for, you know, maybe $15, $20, brand new. Really nice ties too. Tommy Hilfiger they make really nice ties. Croft and Barrow. Like, there's just so many brands that make really good ties, and they're inexpensive. So, you know, when you're trying to sell your basic tie for even $10, they will almost never sell. You know, so I like to run them on auctions, but I haven't been doing that in a really long time. Auctions kind of bring in. This guy was very, very eager and excited to get his figure. All right, so these were I bought these at the old man's shop, Morrow's or whatever it is. He had tons of them, and he just kept bringing them out every Saturday, every Friday. So I kept going back until they completely ran out. I bought all of them. Every time, I wish I could have recorded all of that, and you guys could see me just running at all these action figures, because I know that they sell. And a lot of the bigger ones, like this one is, he is missing a couple guns. He's almost complete, but, you know, he's not. Let's see if we can. There he is. He's a 7-inch figure. So yeah, so he's dope. He's definitely dope. His name is Crossbones. Now, they have Build-A-Figures in Walmart. I seen some today, but they weren't like really good ones. Imagine if they would have had a bunch of him and they would have been $10, because they were $10 and they were just, you know, they weren't good ones. They were just basically just, you know, crappy ones. Ones that are barely going to sell for $15, $20. So, you know, I had to pass on them. But really cool. I think they're really neat. I like selling in these types of categories because I love toys. I always did when I was a kid. I still think they're really cool. I don't sit around a table and play with toys unless I'm with my grandchildren. Then we're playing toys. We'll play house. Whatever. You know, you got to make them happy. But plus I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy the company of my grandchildren and, you know, nieces and nephews and cousins, and just, you know, the goofball, always have been. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, hit that notification bell to get notified when I post another video. If the volume is bad, I'll try to raise it as much as I can. I'm going to try to fix it. Obviously, there are ways to edit things. And I'm learning as I go. I've been pretty much on the internet for a really long time. Been making music, I guess, instrumentals and rapping and doing all of those things since I was pretty young, probably like 15 or 16 years old. But on the computer, making beats and doing things like that, and writing songs and things of that nature for, you know, I probably started doing that probably like in my mid-20s to late 20s, something like that. I started with Magic Music Maker, and I still use Magics, but right now I think I'm just using the video. What's the video? The video is, I'm paying for it. I use VideoPad. VideoPad works great for video, for music, all that stuff. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling on. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and that's all I got. Peace out. I hope you guys liked the video. Have a great day.
Catch 'em on the blind side. If I lay the end, why make the day turn to nighttime?